welcome to Abernathy's After Hours.
After Hours. I'm Red.
And I'm Becca.
We're going to talk about us.
And a store called Abernathy's.
And what we like, and what we do.
And what we don't like.
And what we don't do. How was your day?
It was good. I was just realizing, I saw a post that Elvis, the cat from My Favorite Murder, passed away.
That's sad.
So sad.
And I have not listened to that, so thank you for the forewarning.
Yes. You are listening to them in chronological order.
I must. Because they have sarcasm, and like, if you don't get their, like, I don't want to be like last week's joke, ha ha ha, and I'm like, what?
But now you're listening to current events that have happened years ago.
That is my life. I don't want to listen to current events of this year. Fuck that.
You win some, you lose some.
I'm living a current event. I don't need to do it. But no, I'm at episode 146. So I'll catch up. It'll be fine.
You get there.
What have you been doing? Listening.
I've kind of cut my losses on some podcasts. I just got a new phone and it didn't have all of my podcasts saved. And I follow a ton of podcasts, and usually like they download immediately when I get a new one. So it's like at any time I've got 30 podcasts downloaded on my phone.
Yeah.
It's just not realistic to listen to. So I did cut my losses on mostly some Parcast podcasts. I have a ton of those downloaded. I have been getting good value out of a daily astronomy podcast that my husband Matt turned me on to. We're the same sign.
You guys are?
Yeah, we're both Aries.
Joe and I are both Libras.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So there's a Libra one too. It's a 2-minute podcast. You're like, nah, I can't really work that into my day.
2-minute podcast? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it really is.
Oh.
So it's just like...
can't.
I like it because it's got this really nice music that makes me feel like, oh, I want to stretch and like get out of bed. So, and I need that force to get out of bed sometimes.
Same.
Yeah.
I am a sleeper. I will stay there all day. That would be okay. I will try it.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll hook you up
All right.
with the DMs.
Thanks.
How was your day today?
Good. Nothing special. Did I tell you I got a Roomba? It's not a real Roomba.
No, you didn't tell me you got a Roomba.
It's the generic version. It's the Walmart version.
Roomba.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's awesome, and we as humans are disgusting.
Yeah, probably.
It's kind of gross. Like, when I first used it, I was so excited that night. I was like, I'm vacuuming my house. Like, got it home. It was a Black Friday sale. I got it for $99. These things are normally like $300, like $600. So I got it home. And I have found great value out of it. $99 well spent because my allergies are bad.
Oh, yeah. It probably does help your allergies.
Yeah, and I'm allergic to dust mites and stuff like that. And
you're allergic to the cat you have.
And the rats I have. Probably my kid and my husband. Probably you guys.
Allergic to everyone.
But when you I vacuumed my whole house just as like a test. I did it all.
You vacuumed with my
actual vacuum. Yes.
Okay.
And then I let the Roomba go, and I opened it up, and I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, it's awesome, and I suggest everyone gets one.
Does it have a name?
It's just called Roomba.
You need to rename that shit immediately.
Whatever Roomba is backwards.
Well, that's awesome. Good value.
Sometimes my cat rides it.
Ooh, really?
Cute.
He gets on it?
Yeah, and then I'm like, get the fuck off there.
What?
It's a $99 Roomba. It's gonna break.
It's not a load-bearing Roomba, right?
Not even for a 2-pound cat.
What is new in the store? What's the new shit?
New shit. We were in a Christmas tree skirts.
I made a couple of them.
Yeah, you're the queen of the Christmas tree skirt.
This is something that, like, we've had the shop for 7 years. Mm-hmm. I think I've been talking about making these damn things for like 5.5. Yes. I made them for the first time last year. Mm-hmm. I made 3. And then we had one that you got out a couple weeks ago, which already sold to Jillian.
Yes. She was pretty excited. She's like, I have to try this on.
We're going to take it home. And then, well, it's kind of hard because I can't consistently find vintage Christmas tree skirts all the time. Yeah. So this year I actually didn't find any tree skirts, but I found 2 vintage tablecloths that were round that I was able to turn into skirts.
Pretty much the same thing.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Tokyo milk
Yes.
Kind of sad, though.
Sad. So, coronavirus hit us hard.
Yeah, with the shipping and with the product, Tokyo Milk, we have a ton of shit on back order. And then I thought, because we just got a shipment, I was like, oh shit, we're still out of this. Turns out, just more on back order.
So if there's a specific scent that you're looking to give to somebody for the holiday, like, it might not always be there. We did get some smaller sizes of some of the most popular scents. And then, but I guess, and we've got, once they catch up and get our back orders fulfilled,
I mean, we're gonna have a shit ton.
You could always give them a gift card and let them know that, you know, this is something we just don't have right now.
Yeah. So sorry about it, guys, but we're trying.
Trying so hard.
Yeah. A lady came in. She's like one of my most favorite ladies. And they always come around. It's like her son and I think her daughter and her, and they always come in and they buy just Tokyo Milk.
Yeah.
And she came in. She's like, I need 3. And I was like, whoa.
Smart woman.
Yeah, you got it going. You got it figured out. But yeah, and then that was when I was like, oh, we need more. And then you were like, nope, they're not getting it.
Might not get it for Christmas.
Sorry about it.
But you'll get an Abernathy's gift card.
Yeah. Which have been, I've been selling a lot of those.
Yeah.
So that's cool though. That's exciting. That means people like us.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And this is like one of the first years that we had our gift card system figured out. Like, you can use it on the website really easily.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it.
Let's get to...
No, you do it.
Let's do it together. Meat and potatoes!
I didn't know how you were going to say that. Like, can we try it? One more time.
Meat and potatoes! We're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast. Meat and potatoes!
We're going to work on that.
Still figuring it out, guys.
Yep. But meat and potatoes. So what would we be doing right now if this was not the worst year of all time?
If it weren't the worst year ever, we would be getting ready for Legacy Pin Up Pageant right now.
At the QCC Expo Center.
Yeah.
QCC Expo.
It's a lot of letters. We recorded we went in and recorded a commercial for it last year.
Yeah.
It was, first of all, that was our first time recording a commercial. It was so much fun.
I just sat there and watched.
But then you went back and recorded something later.
Don't remember what that was for, though.
I don't remember either. But it was hard to say QCCA Expo Center.
Yeah.
Especially...
You got it.
I got it eventually.
And my dad, like, every time, he's like, I heard back on the radio. And I was like, yes. Because we did a radio commercial.
And it's a super fun event. It's put on by Town Square Media. Mm-hmm. So they have like 97X and a bunch of awesome... the new iRock station. Yeah. They are our sponsors for that event. And they allow us every year to come do this awesome pinup pageant. It was actually... I feel like we'd had a few opportunities to do pinup contests before this.
I think we were asked to either help or kind of be a part of, in a way, a couple of them, and we were like, no. And then this came about, and yes.
Yeah, it was definitely, we've have been vending the QCCA since like before the shop even opened, so it's like been one of these really regular events. It's in the Quad Cities. I mean, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
And it's just a cool event, and it was we got brought on by John Wells, who runs Vintage Torque Fest and Retro Rewind and Iron Invasion, all awesome shows. So if it had his seal of approval, I was like, it's going to be good.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Which is another thing we would be getting ready for as well. We'd be getting ready for Retro.
Yeah.
Which honestly has become one of my most favorite things to do each year. I'm a little sad that I won't get to hear you and Matt sing karaoke.
Don't worry.
I'm not coming to your house.
First of all, we could do a virtual karaoke somehow. I'm sure we can figure it out. I'm sure Matt can figure it out. He also bought himself a little bit of a Christmas gift.
Matt?
Yeah. He bought himself a mobile karaoke, like, speaker and microphone set. So, TorqueFest 2021, meet us at the Avocado Bro, our camper, and we will host karaoke there.
Are you going to host it in front of the band show? Get bing bongs? How are you going to do that?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, maybe...
You know what? Sing the same songs as Pat.
Sing them louder.
And just battle the entire time.
Battle the karaoke bands.
I think people would really enjoy that.
Well, what if we did karaoke during the day or like after hours after the band was over? Or we could get somebody to host it down the hill at one of the other campers.
You guys got time.
We've got time to figure it out. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to tell you, you won't have to go too long without hearing us karaoke.
Thank God.
Whoosh!
I was so worried.
Retro Rewind is a lot of fun, though. I like just the idea. First of all, I love staying in that hotel. It's right across the street from the venue we vend at. Like, and we actually get to dress up a little bit, like fancy.
You dress up.
Extra fancy.
Yeah, you wear like furry gloves.
Rhinestones, and I don't know. That event just feels like glitzy.
Hey Matt, you remember when we were real hungry last year at Retro, and we took this nice stroll in January, and we're like, "There's nothing open. He's like, "No, there's this place. It's like 2 minutes away." Turns out it was the hotel in which we started at. So, thank you for that tour of downtown Dubuque. That was great.
We were kind of just wandering. And Sherry, our friend Sherry, shout out to Sherry and Ellen and Dave.
Yeah, they're great. I got to see them the other day.
Oh, yeah. She said she came in.
Ellen's like practically an adult now, so.
A woman.
Yeah.
Sherry's husband, Dave. Sherry is awesome. She is like such a fierce competitor for Pinup Contest. Yes. She does amazing. She's always going for 100%. That's what I love about Sherry. Mm-hmm. But she was participating in the Pinup Contest at Retro Rewind, and her husband Dave, he usually kind of hangs back and he doesn't come to many of the contests. This was like his first time coming, and we got lost in Dubuque. We're wandering around, no restaurants were open.
Dave's like, what the fuck? And
I looked at Dave, I was like, I wish I could tell you that it's not always like this, but it's always like that. Something like always goes wrong.
He's a good sport. I think he had fun though.
Yeah. Right? So normally, I mean, did we even have a theme planned for this year? You know, I love a good theme.
I feel like we were thinking that we were going to do like tiki or western or something like that. I know those two ideas were like kind of floating out there.
Yeah. It's great because Town Square Media puts on such a great car show. They've in the past 2 years, they have had awesome feature cars. So the feature car has been our theme.
Yeah.
So last year we had Luke's Land Speeder, and we did a space-themed contest.
That was pretty cool.
Super cool. The year before that, we had the Grease Lightning car. Mm-hmm. So we did a Grease-themed contest. I was super surprised that people were so receptive to that, considering the theme was as narrow as just one movie.
I think Grease is pretty popular, though, and there's a lot of different characters in the movie that you could choose from.
Yeah, but we didn't have a lot of repeats either.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. And then our first year, we did, in the year before that, we did Sideshow or Circus.
Yes. Yep. And then our first year was just kind of glamour.
Yeah, old school glamour.
Yeah, just very, very pretty. Everyone had beautiful gowns. Sherry won
the first year. Yeah.
And then second year was the sideshow, right? It was Kat.
Yes.
Hollister.
Yeah.
With the strong woman.
Yes. So she had awesome tattoos all over.
That was sweet. She had like the dumbbell thing that was made out of foam.
Yeah.
And then the space one, Melina.
Yes, Melina won. And then Grease, that was...
I'm trying to think.
Lucinda,
that's right.
Yeah.
I was like, who was sitting next to me at the space? Lucinda was, and she had that awesome alien makeup.
Oh, she did such a great job. We always invite the winner from the previous year to come back to the Quad Cities and host. This was going to be our 5th year for Legacy Pin Up Pageant.
Wow.
So we talked about trying to do like an all-stars thing of like bringing back everybody who'd placed either 1st, 2nd, or 3rd and have those people compete again. Mm-hmm. Which I'm like, I'm still open to that idea, but I'm like, I don't know. I saw these awesome like tiki kind of inspired decorations of the Halloween store, and I don't know, that was for sure like in my head gonna have to do tiki at some point for a theme for the Pinup Contest.
I think we should, and I think we should open it to everybody, because by the time 2021 comes around and we can kind of do things again, if and when we can do things again, I think that people are just gonna want to do it.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. So, do you remember the first Pinup Contest? Do you feel like you saw a Pinup Contest, or how did you first hear about it, or like delve into that realm? You feel like?
I was going to car shows very lightly. I went to like 100 Car Pile Up, which was super cool. Saw stuff from there, And then the first one
Did they have a pinup contest there? Do you know?
I don't remember if we saw the pinup contest or if there was a pinup contest, but I remember being there and being around with the car show and like the pretty girls and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where my first real experience. And then I was in a pinup contest, and it was the Flying Eyeball one?
Yeah, at the
Mississippi Valley Fairground.
Okay.
And I won.
Oh my gosh.
That's fun. I had a little suitcase. Yeah, what about you?
I think my first experience with pinup contest was when I was working in antique archaeology. John Wells came in and was like, "Yeah, we're hosting a pinup contest at Vintage Torque Fest." That was the first time I'd ever heard of it, and he's like, "There's a pinup contest. You should totally, think about it." Mm-hmm. And by that time, I did not know at all what it entailed. But that was when I first met Melina Lee, or Ruby Lee is her pinup name. And we had gone to the QCCA. We'd met there. Mm-hmm. And she knew I knew how to sew. And she had a dress for this pinup contest. And she asked me to hem it for her. Mm-hmm. So me hemming this dress for her was and she was telling me about the contest. I think she had participated in one or two prior to that. And then she competed at the Vintage Torque Fest in would have been 2012, maybe. No, 2011.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was the first time I'd ever heard of it. And then beyond that, I think I ended up accidentally participating in a pinup contest once.
How's that happen?
So it was in Conesville.
Uh-huh.
So they had the drag strip out there, mm-hmm. and I was there, and they had a pinup contest, but I don't think there were almost any entries. It was still really early in this whole pinup thing, so they didn't have any entries, but they had a little girl there who had dressed up, and she wanted to be in the pinup contest. Aww. But there weren't any competitors.
So you're like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Erica Driscoll, huge shout out to her. She's awesome. She's got like the biggest, kindest heart ever. She was like, we need to gather up all of the most beautiful girls here and let's make a pinup contest, and we're going to make sure this little girl wins.
Yeah.
So I agreed to participate in that. So that was technically like my first pinup contest.
And you lost to a child.
The whole thing was rigged, okay? I don't know. So that was the first time. And then beyond that, I think my first time actually competing would have been at Iron Invasion. I always liked that contest because it has a talent portion. Mm-hmm. And you helped me with my talent a couple years in a row.
Yeah, that was fun to help you with it. I've only done one, and I was like, I'm out.
And I'm done.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
But obviously, like, the whole, like, aesthetic of, like, speaks to the both of us.
Yeah.
And we both like organizing and, like...
Making
things, and, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I think it was only a matter of time before we ended up hosting our own.
Yeah. Well, and having a shop that caters to, and being around a ton of pinup people, and then being friends with them, and it's like... Well, we could do it too.
Yeah. Well, I will say we have donated prizes to tons and tons of pinup contests. Yeah. And if you are listening to this and you host a pinup contest, Abernathy, just like we want to be able to help you with that.
We'll buy some gifts or coupons or gift certificates. We're doing gift certificates mostly.
Yeah, all digital. It's super easy.
Yeah.
So hit us up if you want to be a part of that. But
yeah. But I think like Legacy. What one was your favorite?
Man, I had really good feelings after last year's contest.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I was like, it's the one contest that I get to host, which I like hosting. I like getting up on stage and talking. I always try to like not think too much about it and just get up there and try to be myself and try to be like a hype person for all the beautiful women on stage. Mm-hmm. And my husband Matt helps me. He's like more like my Vanna White though, you know. I'm
just
more
sitting pretty in the corner.
I'm more of the Pat Sajak of the two of us, and I am just gonna lose it on somebody one of these days.
Just freak out.
But Matt does a great job of helping me, and he's hosted like literally, if I rounded up, 1 million pinup contests.
Roughly.
There for a while, it was like, we have a pinup contest, but we need some. Matt, get in here.
Where are you?
He's hosted so many. So, yeah, I love hosting it, but I always like, I'm extroverted to a point, and then I get super introverted. So, like, hosting the pinup contest expels all the extrovert that I have. Like, it's all of it. So usually by the end of that pinup contest, I want to like run away and hide. But after last year, I was like, it was such a good feeling. I felt like we have such an awesome group of women that participate in our contest. They're all like very encouraging to people who are just getting started, and it's definitely more of like, it just feels like we're all kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
So after last year's contest, I was like, let's just all hang out. This is great.
Yeah. It felt good. It was very smooth. It was quick.
Yeah. I like it that way.
Yeah.
What was your favorite year for Legacy?
The space one, for sure.
It was the best!
I mean, it had to make the biggest props.
Yes.
I don't know. I like making stuff like that, and it was cool.
Oh, tell them about the space rocks.
Yeah. The space rocks, in our head, we got spray foam, and we were gonna spray foam these space rocks. They don't have to be any shape. They can be whatever you want it to be.
Natural formation.
Natural formation. So we wanted to make this space rock throne. Well, I had a wooden chair in the basement. We went downstairs. We took a bunch of balloons, and we taped them to the chair, and then we started spray foaming everything. This fucking spray foam was like squiggles. just like it's like those worms you get from the firecrackers, and you light them on the ground. You know, those little pellets,
and then they sizzle,
and then they just grow in the. That's what these that came out to be. And so finally, we're like, "Fuck it, we're gonna paper mache everything," and that just took forever.
We did get the throne done.
We got the throne done, and we got one rock.
Yes, but we couldn't. Nothing was drying fast enough for us. Our idea was, we'll just build all this stuff in Nicole's basement. First of all, we built it so big we almost couldn't get it out of the basement.
We did not think that part through.
But we did it. And then we're like, we'll load it into the QCCA and then we'll paint it there. And we got there, everything was still wet.
Yeah.
I think I was on the verge of a panic attack, and you're like, no, it's okay, let's just go to Walmart.
Walmart has everything.
It'll be fine.
It's alright. We'll cover it. We'll cover it all. So we went to Walmart, and magically at Walmart there were these like holographic tablecloths for like a little girl's birthday.
They were beautiful. They're like pearlescent, rainbowy, reflective.
Cool. And we just took all of them.
Bought every single tablecloth they had.
And we bought some like
moss.
We bought some moss. We bought some fake plants at the dollar store. We even got like little birthday like ribbon twirls, and we just started stapling everything to everything.
You made an awesome like blaster gun out of an old out of a Nerf gun we found.
Spray painted a water Nerf gun thing. Yeah, that was cool. So we had some props.
Yeah,
we had.
I made an alien. His name was Taco John.
Yeah, you can see him at the store, but you have to find him.
Ooh, it's a mystery. Where does Taco John live in the store? That was a fun project. That was like one thing that actually turned out how you always have expectations of how things are gonna look when they're done in your head.
Yeah.
So that one turned out not bad. And the space rocks looked completely different, but they looked so beautiful.
They turned out really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all happy mistakes, so.
Totally.
But, yeah, so, like, your role in the pinup community, I think, is super important, because not only do you host a pinup show, you also supply all the things to make a pinup show happen. Meaning you get the girls dressed.
Yeah, getting everybody dressed, and I guess, I don't know, the organization element is always, like, a lot of hard work, but it's super fun.
You're good at
You
that.
did some amazing hair for this last show.
I'm like, what was that?
You did Melina's hair.
Yeah, over top of like a makeshift crown into a martini. Wait, which one?
For
Iron Invasion or Spade? The last pinup show or our last pinup show?
when you did Melina's hair for Legacy,
Okay.
I thought that was so cool.
That was like all roll. She had made this crown out of an actual martini glass, and she's like, I want my hair to wrap around it. And I was like, of course you do.
It's like a heavy glass,
It's a
martini
heavy
glass. And it was martini glass, and then it had pie tin edges, like kind of like like how Saturn has its rings that float around it. And she had all of her skin painted silver.
Yeah, she really went for it. She deserved to win.
Yeah, she asked me to announce her name as Ruby Lee, like a robot. What is your favorite? So you have done hair for about 1 million contests, just approximately. About. So you've traveled to do hair for contests. Like you always do an amazing job at like all the hair for Torque Fest and Iron Invasion. What do you? I guess maybe this is like favoritism, saying like, or I don't know. You don't have to say whose hair it was, but was there a favorite updo that you did that you're like, man, I was really really proud of that one, or like when you finished, you felt really good.
Well, so I have a few heads of hair that always turn out exactly the way that I want them to. Melina, Sherry. Their hair is like, yes, Red, I'll do whatever you want.
We succumb to you.
So those are, that hair always turns out. But every show, I mean, it just depends on who wants what. You know, I have figured it out, and I think when I did, so... Peekaboo? Is it Peekaboo Pinups?
Yeah.
They do the shows, the little classes, right? At John Will's shows. We were talking, I had taught, part of the class was just really
Red
basic.
A whole, like, seminar.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was, like, quick pinup stuff. And I did one without heat, and then I did one with heat, which would have been a poodle, but just quick, like, do it. And we were talking, and they're like, you know, like, Bonnie Holly, who's amazing at pinup hair. She has the height, the volume. She's good at that. Red, you're fast. And so I'm like, okay, I got speed down. So I do hair really fast, and sometimes I forget about the hair, and then I'm walking around the day, and I was like, damn, that girl's hair. Oh, I did that.
Oh, she got cute hair.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. But,
that's right.
Yeah. I don't know. Melina's had some pretty awesome styles, but she contacts me outside of the pinup world and has me do her hair for other stuff. So I'm used to doing it, and she has like a nice length. It's nice and thick.
Yeah, hair. Yeah, every time you do her hair, and Sherry's hair, it always turns out really, really good. I love when little girls want their hair done by you.
That is pretty sweet, and it makes my day.
Yeah, because it's like, look, Red's sitting there, but she busts her butt. She stands for like 8 hours on end, curling and styling, and then it's like there'll be these little girls like kind of peeking around and watching her, and then like eventually she gets a moment where she can sit down, and they're like, "Can you do my hair?"
And I'm like, "No." I'm like, yes, of course I can. Of course. And it's always the dads that want the little girls to.
Aww.
Yeah, it's cute. But there's one family that visits us at the QCCA. I mean, they do the whole show, but they always come to our booth, and it has like 3 little girls. Remember I did that like baby's hair?
Oh, yeah.
I just brushed it. That's all I did. But it was the cutest thing in the world.
Oh.
So they're awesome.
So we're always trying to. There are a lot of great pinup contests in the Midwest. Franny Freckles from Mississippi Mayhem. She puts on an amazing contest. She always has I love her contests because they have great themes. She's got some of the best sashes.
Cool prizes.
Yeah, like each of the girls has their pinup name and their pinup their contestant number on a sash. I think that is so cool.
Yeah.
And I love watching that contest.
Well, the whole show's cool. I mean, when she says when she does a theme, she's like doing it.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, when our contest grows up to be a teenage pinup contest, it'll be like that one.
Yeah.
We're always trying to find like the biggest crowns. Last year was a medium-sized crown, but
it was like very specific because we wanted to be very spacey.
Yes. So next year, bigger crowns.
Whole damn hat.
Yeah.
I know. I'm excited. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's going to be a great year. 2022.
Maybe we should have people comment what they would like to see a pinup contest.
Oh,
what theme?
What's a good theme for Legacy 2022?
I am the amount of things that we theme, which is everything.
Everything's got to have a theme.
I'm running out of ideas.
So yeah, if you can think of a great theme for Legacy Pin Up Pageant 2022, comment on YouTube, or you can send us a message on Facebook or Instagram, carrier pigeon, whatever you have.
We do have one last thing we have to take care of. The burning question that somebody actually asked.
Oh my gosh, thank you, someone.
Yes. So that somebody said, what are your favorite Quad City restaurants?
Favorite Quad City restaurants? Well, we've been having a lot of low pies lately.
A lot. It never gets old.
Never gets old. And I do want to, I'd say Low Pies is like my favorite place right now. Outside of the Miracle Bar, Also really, it's not a restaurant, but they have great drinks. I think I already talked about it before, but I'll talk about it again because it's so good. I want to try the street taco pizza, even though I don't eat meat. I just want everything else on it.
Yeah.
So.
One day, there'll be an Abernathy's pizza, right?
Oh, maybe. It'll come with a margarita. Margarita pizza with a margarita.
No.
What?
Our pizza.
Oh, our flood pizza.
Flood pizza. We can't tell them that.
Oh, okay. It's a secret.
Gotta wait till it happens. We reach out.
That'll be. You can listen to that on our pizza-sode. What's your favorite Quad City restaurant right now?
Have you had Miss Faye?
Oh, yes, we finally ate there.
Oh, that's good.
I had a friend of mine, Danny Howe, came into the shop, and he was like, I need to find some place to eat downtown. And I was like, you should try this place. He's like, I've never eaten like that kind of food before. I'm like, I'm intimidated and uncomfortable. And I was like, just go, just try it.
Literally pick anything.
He had the sandwich. I was like, I think that's a good segue, and it's just so beautiful there.
Yeah. So. I don't know, it's great. I had their curry, and it was the bomb. I've had it twice. So good.
What kind of curry is it? Like a yellow curry?
It's like a red... Is it red curry? Maybe.
Okay.
It's not... It's like a sweeter. It's not super, super spicy or anything. But my other place is me and Billy's. I dream about their shrimp and grits. So
that's true. It's a good one. I do want to go back to Miss Faye's and pick up their... they had peanut sauce that they make in-house that they sell to go.
Yeah.
And I love making spring rolls at home, so I could... dip them in homemade peanut sauce. That'd be nice.
Just eat it with a spoon.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, we've got the customer of the week. This week's customer is Mo Carter.
What? How'd she get in there?
She bought something at the store. That's how you become a customer of the week.
You just gotta buy something.
Plus, you gotta be a little awesome.
Just a little bit.
Thank you.
Mo is probably one of the awesomest.
Thank you, Mo, for being so awesome.
We appreciate you and Kyle and everything you do.
Yeah, anytime she wants, like, she'll be like, oh, I'm interested in that. Can you hold it for me? Anytime I write a tag with her name on it, I always put Mo Money, just Mo $.
It gets to her.
She knows who it's for. So thank you to Mo Money and Davenport's very own homecoming king, Kyle Carter.
Kyle P. Carter.
Kyle P. Carter. We know your middle initial
and
now.
I know what the P stands for now.
So we've got your number. All right, time to wrap it up.
I think that'll be our new.
Okay, that's the outro, I think. Yeah.
All right, well, see you later.
Okay, bye for now.